Friends, what I have for you today is electrifying. Whatever data and time you will invest to watch this will be worth the while, I promise you. Just last week, a friend of mine called me and told me you are bringing science and spirituality together. These are fields that hardly agree, that hardly match. Are you sure you still believe in God? I answered in the affirmative. Not too long ago, too, I saw a post where the writer said he's not surprised, neither is he angry at the 70% of extreme or elite scientists that disbelieve in the existence of God. That his anger and his surprise is at the remaining 30% or thereabout that still believe there is God. The author of this book, Dr. Joe Dispenza, has had several occasions where he is confronted with such questions. He says in this book, in chapter 3, some of his colleagues will come to him and tell him, why are you still talking about spirituality and science? Do they agree? He will pose a question to them. Scientists believe that the world started with a big bang, assuming without considering that that's correct. After an explosion, after a bang, what is supposed to be the state of affairs, the state of things? Is it order or disorder? They will say, well, it should be disorder. If it is supposed to be disorder after an explosion, after a bang, why do we have so much order in the universe? So much order when we are talking about energy and matter agreeing, phenomenal synchronicity. Why do we still have that? That means there is something higher, there is a power, there is a spirit, there is a realm, the quantum field, something very higher and magnificent that we are yet to grapple with. Scientists also agree that when a person stops to pay attention to his pain, his suffering, his concerns, his routine, that attention recoils to energy and afford him the ability to create something new, something different, something good. The next thing we're looking at is the quantum field. What is the quantum field? I have discussed it in other episodes. In case you did not watch them, as a reminder, let me say it briefly. Think of the quantum field as an empty blank space, maybe an ocean where there is no water. There is nothing inside of the ocean at all. It's an empty blank space. The author, Dr. Joe Dispenza, says, think of you closing your eyes and you lose consciousness of yourself, your identity, your name, your ethnicity, your color, your race, your gender. You don't pay attention to anything in the 3D world, anything that your senses can draw or draw your attention to. You see empty black space, nothing inside, no stars, no particle, no object at all. Now this is becoming interesting. Scientists discover that atoms, which are the building blocks of everything, are made up of nucleus, tiny nucleus surrounded by electrons. The space around the nucleus looks empty, but it's actually filled with energy and information. In fact, 99.999999% of the nucleus is energy, while the remaining 0.0000001% is matter. Hold on, stay with me. So the next thing I point out here is you being in the meditative state where you want to meditate. Remember, I told you this book, Becoming Supernatural, is a spiritual manual backed up with science. So the author, Dr. Joe Dispenza, says, what you do is when you are in the meditative state, lose sight of your senses whatsoever. If you want to surrender yourself to the quantum field and draw from there, become pure awareness. Act like an observer in the quantum field. When you become pure awareness and act as an observer in the field where you notice nothing, you think of nothing, like I told you in the previous episode, ensure you give yourself enough time when you are meditating, when you're praying. The praying I'm talking about is meditation, because I don't like the shouting and screaming. You need want to go into the meditative state. Give yourself enough time. Stay there. Observe what is happening in the empty blank space. Scientists have discovered that electrons behave strangely as possibilities until they are observed. Electrons change in behavior, alter in attitude, in direction, in circulation when they are observed. What does that tell you? Observation alters reality. Observation changes reality. That means when you give something attention, you give it energy, and it can completely alter your reality. That is how to affect matter by attention. So when you observe a thing, you give it energy, and it changes the reality of that thing. It has been scientifically proven. So invariably, your attention, your observation can change energy to matter. Is it matter you're looking for? Is it money? Is it a car? Is it the love of your life? A life partner? Is it sickness that you want healed? Attention in the quantum field with elevated emotions, we are going to come there, can alter that energy into matter. Hold on, we are just scratching the surface. Another observation is that mind and matter are connected in the quantum world. Your mind has power. Whatever you focus on becomes real, becomes a reality. So never wake up in the morning in that meditative state. Remember, I told you the hours that your melatonin are high. Never wake up in that meditative state and pay attention to any distraction. Your phone, like I said in the previous episode, your partner, whatever gives you concern and worry, which you are addicted to, which reinforces any negative emotion around you. Never pay attention to those things when you wake up. Why not flip the scripts and pay attention to the opposite? Let's continue. So the author submits that if you wake up in the morning and stay in this meditative state for some time and not pay attention to anything at all, you turn your energy to a magnetic field. That means you inject into your energy the magnetic flux, that thing that makes magnets to magnet particles. By paying attention in the quantum field, this empty blank space, the God realm, the supernatural realm, you infuse or inject your magnetic energy with the flux to attract all possibilities. You become a magnet. Do you still remember the compartmentalization of your brain when you wake up by giving it your attention to different things that worry you? By so doing, I discussed in the previous episode, by so doing, you turn your brain to being incoherent. And when your brain is incoherent, your brain waves is imbalanced. Your brain cannot produce or act or work at optimal capacity. Oh, I love this. The author says, when you fail to divide your brain to the different worries, different areas of concerns, the different compartments of your brain that make it incoherent, harmonize, unify, synchronize, and integrate together, that's when you become whole or wholesome. Imagine what you can produce in that circumstance. Briefly, let me just list the benefits of brain coherence. Become more calm, more peaceful, more emotionally balanced. Your body becomes more therapeutic, can heal itself more easily. Your immune system is up. Your stress level goes down or completely gets eliminated, and so on and so forth. Now, the opposite is the case when your brain is compartmentalized and the attention is given to different things. How disadvantageous that could be. So the next thing you're looking at is how to draw from this God realm called the quantum field. This is another very interesting and powerful submission. He says, to draw from the God realm, you need two charges, the electrical charge and the magnetic charge. Simply, the electrical charge is a clear intention. Clear means clear in every sense of the word. What exactly is it that you desire? What is it that you want? What's the color? What's the texture? What's the size? What's the quality? What's the quantity? The only thing you're not allowed to think of is how it will come. So the electrical charge is clear intention, set the clear intention. And the magnetic charge is elevated emotions that we talked about earlier. How would you feel when these things become yours? Emotion of peace, of joy, of gratitude, of excitement. So you combine these to the electric charge, which is a clear intention, and the magnetic charge, which is elevated emotion. That's how you can draw from the quantum field. He says, when you combine these two charges, you become a vibrational match with your future. I've talked about this in some of my videos. Becoming a vibrational match is the future you desire has an energy, has a frequency, has a vibration. You have to become a vibrational match by feeling the way. That's why before now we are told that it's only thoughts and words that shape our reality. Now science have proven that emotions, your feelings also are. That's the area where you become a vibrational match. So you become a vibrational match with your future and become a vortex. You hear the law of attraction teachers like Abraham Hicks, Joe Dispenza, and others talk about becoming a vortex. What does it mean to become a vortex to your future? It means that you become a magnet where you bring your future, compel your future to come to pass through you. That's why I like saying that whatever you want would not come to you, it will only come through you. So he says your duty, the only job you have to do is to keep broadening and widening your electromagnetic field, the electromagnetic field around you. How? Attention, focus, meditation, elevated emotion. We are almost rounding off. That's when you cease from trying to force things, because you cannot change matter with matter. That's why we notice in the world around you, it is not hard workers, hard laborers that succeed the most. They try to change matter with matter. It doesn't work. Go inward and become energy, become frequency, and changing of matter becomes very simple. Everything you've ever seen in the world existing today was once an idea, a thought operating or existing as energy before it was acted upon to become matter. So he says when you become a vibrational match to your future, you become a vortex to your future, that's when you have the energy to influence matter. When you reverse the case, you're trying to change matter with matter. It doesn't work that way. So the last thing I'm bringing your way is this. When you become a vibrational match to your future by staying in the quantum field as an observer, you've had your clear intention, you're calm, you're quiet, you've increased your brain wave, or reduced rather your brain wave from beta to alpha. That is when you are in the God realm. And what does God do in that event, in that circumstance? Whether you call him God, the quantum field, infinite possibilities, the universe, whatever you believe in, is the observation. Why you are the observer. So the observation only endorses your creation to come to pass in this natural realm, in your 3D, in your reality. This is where we are ending today. If you did not watch our previous episodes, I urge you to go and watch them. They're equally very useful. Now, the second part of part 3 is simply phenomenal. It's coming to you shortly. Follow, like, I appreciate your comment and your take. Keep popping.